All right, market update. General market update here. So they were playing games a little bit earlier. This worked out pretty much what I was saying in the video yesterday. Made a new low. I was looking for 498 to 500. We hit 499, and now we're bouncing. Is this over with now? I would say I'm gonna say 90% it's over with. It's kind of debatable. You have to go down on smaller time frames and look at this last wave. It's debatable if this is. It can still be a fourth wave. Let's just say that. It can still be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 like that. If they wanted to do that tomorrow, they could do that. Otherwise, it's looking to me like we bottomed, and this move, though, does look pretty corrective. So we'll have to watch and see tomorrow. But the thing is, if it goes down and makes one more low, you have that weekly 20 down here at 498. I think that would be it. Because again, you go back to this whole move, it's a diagonal, or not a diagonal, it's a extension. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you get down to here, 1, 2, potentially a nested move, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then maybe a fourth wave, maybe 498 tomorrow. But we've already hit 500. There's put support at 500. So if it makes one more low tomorrow, then whatever. I'm pretty much just going to hold on to everything and just let this whole pattern play out. So as I said in the video yesterday, this can play out a few different ways. We cross this parallel line, which signifies wave 4 is finished. Or it's A, we're going to work on the ending of B, and we're going to get one more move down here. Or it could be a third wave down. It could go down much farther. But in the short term, I think on both patterns, you're looking at, if we make a low tomorrow or if we already bottomed today, I think you're looking at a 5-wave move. Probably up to at least, I'd be looking at least up to here. Or not right there, let's see. Yeah, that's right. Up to here. So that's around like 520 or so. That'd be a 3% gain. But if that's a fourth wave, then obviously we're going to go to all-time highs. So, and it could go, the C wave could go all the way up here to 530 as well. So, we'll see what happens tomorrow. One thing I will say, though, is you got to look at the ranges. We're at the bottom of this range. So if you're in any of these stocks up here, AMD, NVIDIA, Tesla, SoFi, Coin, any of these stocks I have up here right now, you do not want to be selling covered calls at the very bottom of the range. You are trying to pick up pennies when you have a potentially big bounce coming. So you have to be patient here. I know I've done that in the past. I've sold covered calls hoping that we get one more move down. I can collect a few more pennies and get it just right. I wanted to nail it perfectly. It's stupid though. It's like, this thing could easily just take off tomorrow and be up here at 510 to 515, and you've already sold covered calls. Now you got to take a loss, or you're not going to get your full profit on your shares. So that's kind of my whole thing with selling covered calls on here. Don't do it. AMD probably bottomed right here at 114.43. It looks like it's making a 5-wave move potentially here. Maybe not. Regardless, same thing. If it makes one more low tomorrow, let's say it comes down here to 112, that's fine. Like, you can just add. This is clearly 1, 2, 3, 4. If this was not the bottom right here, this little wick right here at the start of the day, then we'll get one more lower like that. But then from there, we should get a move back up here to at least 123 to 131. And potentially a much bigger move. We could get a move that goes all the way up here to 133 to 142, and I actually would say that that's most likely because the overall target is 94. And that takes us to like 145. So yeah, I think we probably come up here and fill this gap here at 137 at some point. So again, no covered calls on AMD. Tesla has a bunch of support down here. Still has not even really bounced. You got to hold. I don't think this is going lower. Probably already bottomed. And it should be ready. Based on this move, it should be ready to bounce up here over the next like 10 days, probably going into earnings. You got to be patient though, because they're not going to give you the gains the first day right now, because you got to think everybody is buying calls down here. They're going to make you hold another day, maybe another couple of days. They might even make one more low. It's not going to be easy. So that is Tesla. Nvidia hit put support here. I'm looking for a bounce again. You have gaps up here at 135 and at 139. I would be looking for a retrace here. Again, this can go either way. It can be, could be a, let's see, A wave down potentially if we get another low in the market, or A, B, C up here if we make all-time highs. So I think we're going to bounce to at least, let's see where the supply zones are at here. I don't think there's any good supply zones on the daily. Might have to go down to like the 4-hour. First spot I'll be looking at is 135 to 139. So where the gaps are at, right in here, I would not even think about selling until we got right there. But it's probably going to retrace to the 0.78 fib, which is all the way up at 147. So there you go. 147 makes a lot of sense because that would take us down here to the 125 gap fill. So again, patience, patience, more patience. Coin, I think it made a 5th wave today, and it's probably ready to go up to new all-time highs. We'll see if the market goes up. If the market goes up from here and makes new all-time highs, coin's probably going to go all the way up here to 340 or 350. Mara filled the gap. 5th wave is complete. Well, it should be complete. Let's see. Yeah, it should be complete. So Mara is made 5 waves, which is not a good thing, really, because we know it's going lower now, but it should be retracing from here. Again, it's probably going to go all the way up to at least 22 bucks, I would say. So that's a nice 40% gain from here, up to 22 bucks. And then from there, I'm probably going to be looking for down here to 12 bucks. So that kind of just shows you how volatile these are. 22 to 12 bucks after a bounce. So yeah, watch out for that, but it filled the gap, should be ready to bounce. SPX. I said in the video, looking for that gap fill, got the gap fill, probably bottomed here, outside the parallel line. Same thing, can either go like this, or it can go make new all-time highs. Nice bounce from Lockheed Martin up here to this 480 zone. Nice bounce out of the 3-month demand zone, and yeah, it's probably going to go much higher. It has gaps here at 500 and gap at 540. RGTI just continues to go down. I was looking at this earlier. I think that this can go all the way down to $5 now. Reason being, you have the weekly 20-day here. And what makes me think $5? The 1.61 fib takes you down here to this zone right here. This is the only gap I see down here at $1.70. So this can bounce at $5. I'm not sure if it's going to get that big of a bounce, but it could. $5, bounce maybe to like $8 to $10, and then come down here to $1. Crazy move from 68 cents to 20 or to 19 bucks. No, 20 bucks. Potentially going all the way back down to $1. So if you're playing this, you're trading this, you got to watch that weekly and the daily moving averages. Potentially a nice bounce coming up though. Apple. I said in the video over the weekend that this could be in a first wave. And I think that might be correct. Or this is finishing the whole move. We're going to find out. We'll see if this bounce. If it's a impulse, then I would imagine that this is going to be a diagonal up to new all-time highs. Similar to the overall market, it could just come up here though to 250 and then come crashing down to make an ABC move, which would mean the fourth wave is actually over here. And then it would go to the fifth wave higher. HIMS, I did a video on this yesterday. It made a low, or didn't make a low, did it? Yeah, it didn't make a new low, actually. So if there's another low in the market tomorrow, I would expect this to potentially come back down here into the demand zone. Or maybe it's ready to bounce. Maybe this ends up just doing this then. And then comes back down later. It might be ready to come back up here to the high 20s before a move lower. So that's kind of my general thoughts on the overall market. Not going too deep into the technical analysis, but giving you the overall view of what I expect. Last thing I'll go over is $1. 110, and it hit all the way up here at 110.17. I have a supply zone right here. The max it can go is 112. I think we're ready to start the move down. So that move down to 90 to 95 bucks is about to start. Because again, we have A, B, C. So something is going to crash the dollar, and the market should have an epic melt up here soon. This favors that QQQ is bottomed. So keep that in mind. I'm going to leave it at that. That's the update for now. Hopefully you get the overall summary. We basically bottomed. Do not sell covered calls down here. Wait for the market to actually bounce first if you're going to do that. That's it. Leave me a comment, like, subscribe for more updates, and I'll catch you in the next video.